Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Baka 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 podcast.
Baka.
It's amazing how every time you open your mouth, you prove you're an idiot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to a minisode of Baka Baka Baka. It's totally not special. It's totally normal. We are normally a podcast that talks about an anime that we have watched over the past 2 weeks, like we're some kind of book club. Every other week, because we're bored out of our minds and we really enjoy each other's company, we do a mini-sode where we make up a random subject and we just talk about it, fill up the airtime, fill up your ear holes, give you that sweet, sweet ASMR. Is that how that works? I don't know how that works. Guys, today we are talking about robots in anime, specifically our favorite ones. Jeremy will talk about that in a second after I introduce him. First off, we have the
This is good stuff.
God dang it, I have this one. First off, we have the Astro to my boy, Jeremy. How are you?
I'm doing well.
What have you been up to?
Well, actually just playing XCOM 2. There's a really, really fascinating mod that I got because I know you absolutely love to hear about mods.
Yeah, can we talk about mods? I need a nap.
It's a mod that actually takes away all of the character classes for your basic soldiers. So you only have one class, but the class has all the specializations that all the other classes have. And there's a series of other mods where they would normally give you regular new classes, but they give you the classes as specializations for the classes. So now your one class has like 24 different specialization lists, and so you can mix and match them however you want. So that's like 24 times 23, right? That many different combos.
Jeremy,
I can't figure out why our average viewer time is 2 minutes. It's weird.
yeah, super weird.
It's awesome. You should try it.
Okay. Our other host is the TT to my 392. Jason, how are you, man? TT392 would be the robot in Flip Flappers.
You pervert.
Well, I don't know how I am at this point. But I don't know if you two have. Yeah, actually, I am going to talk about this just because of that. I don't know if you guys have heard, but Path of Exile is coming out with a new expansion.
I did hear
which I'm
that.
super happy about.
I know nothing about it.
Yeah, it's literally endless dungeon, and you have to have these little flares to have this little robot light your path because the dark kills you. No,
Yeah.
well, the darkness kills you if you go into the darkness.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah,
That is really interesting.
you have to stay in the light.
How are you going to have time to play that and Warframe?
Let's not talk about that.
And my name is Troy. And while I'm normally a Call of Duty player, Rainbow Six Siege last weekend had their free weekend because they have their championships. And I really wanted to give it a try. And I found a community worse than the Call of Duty community. Look, when I got flashbanged and then my teammate dived on top of me and I accidentally shot him because all I saw was legs, I can understand voting to kick me off the team. That makes sense. When I didn't know I could revive my teammates if they were down and I walked past the guy leaving him to die, I can understand being voted off. When I have the most kills on the team and the most points on the team, so I'm helping the team the most, and I lose a gunfight for that round, not losing the game, just the round. Why are you voting me off? You salty sons of... Listen, we need to talk about our anime subject, which is robots in anime. Jeremy, you came up with this. What do you want? What are we doing?
Okay, so minisodes are always hard to come up with an idea for. So for this one, they're terrible. So for this one, I thought, Tanya, help me. And she said, robots. And I said, that's great. So, the idea is, what are your top robots in anime? And it doesn't have to be very many, but then at the end, just 2 specific robots that you would have in your house as whatever, like maid or guard or whatever, just something that you could see on a day-to-day basis as a robot in your house. So
Okay. Why don't you start us off? What's your favorite robot?
So my favorite robot, as probably comes as no surprise, is Armitage the Third. And I think the reason why she's my favorite robot is because she does the best job I've ever seen of making a robot seem like a human, even though there's no human consciousness in it. So she's kind of like the flip-flop of Ghost in the Shell, right? Where the consciousness is completely robot, but she is more human than any of the others, to the point where she's even physically capable, spoiler alert, of bearing a child.
You don't have to do spoiler alerts on 20-year-old anime.
Well,
30 years
like a lot of people don't watch
How
it.
old is that? Oh, it's so old
It's
now.
so old, but it's so good. And I mean, there's a ton of different like robot animes. I started thinking about it. I'm like, which ones? But there's so many that I don't care about. I don't care about the robots that they've made. But Armitage made me care about that robot. She's really, really cool.
I actually had trouble coming up with robots because when you Google robots in anime, you get a bunch of
mecha. Yeah.
Jason, what's your favorite?
You also guessed some other things that are not safe for work.
Got to turn your filters on. Yeah.
As far as a favorite, I had a tough time with this one.
Mm-hmm.
But the most memorable, I guess, set would definitely, I can't go a minisode or a full episode without saying something about Dragon Ball Z. So,
don't you steal mine? Don't you steal mine? Don't you steal mine?
Well, you got 3 to choose from, right?
Right. But no, it's 17's definitely.
Oh, thank God you took the guy. Loser.
Did I?
Yeah, 18's the blonde girl.
Yeah,
18. Okay. Yeah. Oh. Well, she's not technically a robot anymore.
That's true.
That's not true.
No? I thought she got like wished to be real or something.
No, that didn't happen.
Oh.
She got wished the bomb to be out of her body, but
okay.
technically they're biological androids based out of real, because she was a real person.
Right. Well, I get okay. Let's.
She can also have a child.
Let's make this one step better. My favorite robot villain is Cell.
Wow, he's so organic. It's so weird, but you're right. He is a robot. It's just so weird. So why? Why? What makes him the best?
Yeah. Why do you love Cell?
Mostly the nostalgia. I had a hard time coming up with robots, and I did like that. Not only his like being able to repair himself, but the idea that he's mostly like nanobots.
Which seems strange. Like, how do nanobots just get better and better?
Well,
right?
Clearly, you don't understand nanobots.
Obviously.
That must be it.
Can we move on?
Yeah. So the cat's out of the bag for me. Android 18. She wasn't number 1 on my list, but I'm gonna drop her now. Android 18. She's everything I want a woman to be. I mean, robot. I want a robot to be.
You want an ultra powerful girlfriend that will literally murder you if you talk back?
Yeah, she's kind of like a gangster jerk for the first
trying to decide if that's different from my wife. No. Love you, baby. No, honestly, the one thing that always comes to my mind is the kick that breaks Vegeta's arm when he thinks he's so cool. She just shatters his arms. Not so much when she's a villain, though. I really enjoy her character when she's with Krillin and the way she evolved, the way she is as a mother. She's still she's a wife, a mother, and she's still a total awesome character.
She's a robot.
Yeah,
a robot wife, a robot
cyborg, right?
No, she's technically an android.
18.
She's the 18th android. I don't really know what an android is, so I guess I shouldn't talk. Jeremy, what's your next one?
No, well, what are your two robots you would have in your home?
Well, first and foremost, I'd have a Persicom. So a Persicom is from
Chobits.
Chobits, yes.
I knew Chobits
but
was coming.
It wouldn't be the full size one because that would be a little bit creepy. But I like the laptop size one, specifically Sumomo. Yeah, I think that's what it is. The little pink one. If you've ever seen any of the Chobits, the little pink one is hysterical. She's maybe like a hand tall, but she's just got this personality and attitude that never ends. And she's a great PDA, right? There's a scene that I said, she's awesome. You guys She's obnoxious and irritating. And if you ever had like, you get irritated by certain ringtones on a cell phone, it's just like that all the time.
Okay.
But she's awesome. I don't know what it is, but yeah, right there. Got to have a Persicom.
All right. What's your other one?
My other one is a Tachikoma. That thing would be patrolling my property once I get some acreage. Oh, yeah.
Plus, it can take you to work.
Yes, I could ride in it. So awesome.
The personality is a little rough to deal with, I think.
Yeah. But I mean, it even outright states, I don't feel emotion, but I'm wondering about the life in general and the purpose of it. And I think I would have a ton of interesting conversations with it.
It would turn into a murder machine so fast. All right, Jason, how about you? What's your two?
I had a little trouble with this one, but I think because of our conversation before the show, I'm going to kind of cop out a little bit and say the first person I would want first AI I would want in my house would be Sebas, because he's amazing.
Who is that? I know that name.
No.
Oh, come on, he's an AI.
No, he is not an AI. He is a fully fledged human person now.
But he's an NPC.
He's from Overlord, Jeremy.
Oh, Sebas. Oh, well, it could work if he was like the AI of your house that was projected on a hologram.
But then he would be the programmed version of him from the video game, not the flesh and blood.
That's true.
Well,
I don't know if that would qualify as a robot.
So if we're gonna qualify that, I would prefer the before the before version that just kind of did household duties for protecting the tomb.
All right,
robot butler,
right? But then in the same vein of doing things for me, I would want Mira.
Whoa, who?
Mira from Dimension W.
Oh, yeah, Dimension W is on my list as like anime with robots that I could easily recall.
She was the only one.
What things would she do for you?
Cook, clean, laundry.
I knew that was coming with Troy's face.
She'll help you with your car, do some car work.
Lose her head.
No, that's what service is for.
That's true. So, Troy, how about you?
I picked Ritsu, who is from Assassination Classroom.
Oh, I don't know that one.
She's like the second assassin the government sends in to join the classroom, and she's just a tall tower, about a tall human size, and has like a projected screen of a cute anime girl. She has access to all the world's computers, is the fastest processing unit on the entire planet, and is also full of weaponry. Like guns just come out and start shooting and stuff. So, I don't see a downside here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Unless she ever turned evil and wrecked me.
Reads at 9,000.
The second one I would choose is Lord Conti. He is from Fooly Cooly. He is the robot who looks like he has a TV for a head.
Yeah.
He is great for household chores, does whatever he is asked, and can turn into a giant Pirate King super monster and turn me into a bullet. I'm not sure about that part, but you know what? The house cleaning makes it worth it. He's very, very good job at his job. Plus, he can fly. Goes to 7-Eleven, pick you up porno magazines. He won't have the right one, Well, he tries.
So, do you have to be special, like the main character of Fooly Cooley, in order for him to be able to throw you like a bullet or whatever? Or would he actually be able to do that with you? I mean, would you turn into like Hamburger Patty when you hit the ground? Or
do you really think Fooly Cooley defined this enough for me to answer you?
That's true.
Okay.
Well, I'm impressed that we didn't wind up. I mean, there's not a lot of selection when it comes to robots without going into robot girls.
I have one more robot I need to call out as dear to my heart, and I've dressed up like him on this podcast, and that is Monokuma, the white and black evil psycho bear from Danganronpa.
Is that really a robot though, or is it just a remote control?
No, he's a robot.
Oh, okay, so he's autonomous.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
My call out would definitely be Major.
Major.
She's got a human.
Major Monoko? Major Monoko? I mean, with or without the ghost.
Well, well, I guess it depends on which version you're watching.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a question. Has anyone ever seen the anime movie Metropolis?
Yes.
No. You remember the little blonde-haired girl who was a robot?
Yes,
she was a cool robot.
She was a cool robot. I'd forgotten about that one.
Yeah, she came up in my list, and I mean, I can't call her out as one of my favorites or anything, but I just remember really liking that movie. It was really original, and thinking she was a really cool character at the time. So I wanted to bring that up.
Yeah, I think my call out would probably be the Eva Evangelion suits.
I was gonna ask you that count because they were humans once.
Yep. But they were like turned into. I mean, they're considered robots, aren't they?
Okay, we're counting that. We're counting Sebas.
But they're biological underneath.
You guys got Android 18, wasn't she biological?
The Evas are biological, right?
Are they biological?
They're biological with mechanical armor on top.
Oh, okay. Then I'll take BattleTech the cartoon.
The armor comes off. They go crazy. Some Gundams could probably count.
Are they autonomous, some of them?
I want to say like there's been one or two. Yeah. But I don't know.
That's cool.
The what was the one where the guy had the mecha in the ocean? It was Earth, but it was all covered in ocean. And he was from space, and he came on his mech. And the mech was had a really good AI and did a bunch of stuff. That was a cool character.
That was really good. Mm-hmm. I actually saw that one when I was looking for it, but I can never remember the name ever.
Gargantuan.
Yeah, I think that is it.
Something like that.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Rosie from Jetsons. Always a fan.
That's okay.
There's so many bad stories about Rosie.
Is that a good place to stop? I feel like we're at a good place to stop.
Yeah. I don't think we should go down this road.
Okay. Thank you, guys. That is what a minisode is supposed to be. It's short. It's sweet. We gibble gabble. We would love to hear your thoughts. What are robots we missed that you guys love? Actually, one of my favorite parts was actually finding a good list to go through and being like, oh, yeah, I totally remember that robot. So if you guys have any you want to shout out, you can reach us on our Twitter at Baka Podcast, or email theanimebakaclub@gmail.com, or leave a comment wherever you found this podcast. And we will get back to you. Thank you guys so much. We are currently watching Megalo Boxing. Jason loves it. It's his favorite ever. It's not a sport anime, man.
Sure, because boxing's not a sport.
They have robot arms. It's no different than a fighting tournament arc in Dragon Ball Z.
Just never ending, because those are the best.
How is it different? There's rules. It's a competition. There's a champion crowned.
At the end of a boxing match, the world isn't going to explode.
We don't know that. At
the end of a fighting tournament in Dragon Ball Z, they don't blow up the world.
No, just the universe.
Oh, that was a different. That was Dragon Ball Z.
That's different.
I want to go away from that.
You know what? Can we say our goodbyes?
Let's say goodbye. We'll argue about this later.
All right. Thanks for listening.
See you next time.
Sayonara.